Now with a report on media violence and kids. Here's our reporter, Laura Windsor.
By the time a child is 18, they have been exposed to over 200,000 acts of violence, mostly from TV viewing. We spoke to Michelle Feczko, Health and Wellness Coordinator of Children's Hospital of Orange County, whose goal is to educate parents and kids to be media literate.
Media violence can be defined as any aggressive act that you see in a media form like TV, newspaper, video games, music, lyrics. Anything that depicts an aggressive action in one of those forms can be looked at as media violence. Parents should be concerned about media violence because children under the age of 8 cannot differentiate between fact and reality. And often when they see violence depicted, they don't understand the ramifications or the consequences of those actions. So they might see someone being shot in a cartoon. Well, in cartoons they get back up. In reality, that doesn't often happen. There's true consequences in real life to violent acts such as that. So it's important that parents take time to talk about these violent acts with their children and the fact that they don't often happen the same way in real life. What we are seeing is that kids spend more time in front of the television. We are seeing it used more as a babysitter. There's also more violence depicted on Saturday morning cartoons than there is during primetime hours. Developmentally, as young as 2, parts of the brain that are exposed to violence are not developed in the same way. So children don't learn the same coping mechanisms when they continue to see violent acts. The area of the brain, the amygdala, is stimulated and they have more of an emotional response to things as opposed to having more of a logical response to something. They also don't learn that self-control as well. They learn to act out their feelings more aggressively because that's how they've learned, that's what they've seen. Chalk has classes for parents, TV violence classes that we go over and teach different things about media violence, what it is, what it entails, and we offer those throughout the community. We also go out to see 6th graders and up and teach them about media literacy and what to be a little bit more critical of things that they see. To help children develop media literacy skills, it's important that parents co-view different media with their children, their TV programs, they're aware of what's going on. If there's an act of violence that occurs, they talk to the kids, explain that there are real consequences in real life to actions such as that. Parents also can do parental controls now, which are great. Another thing that they need to be aware of is age appropriateness of certain TV shows and movies. They have those ratings for a reason, and we shouldn't expose younger children to some of the PG-13 and R-rated movies. Another important thing that parents can do is listen to the music that their children are listening to. If they're like me, you don't always understand all the words that are being said, and your kids take that to your advantage or their advantage. Parents can go onto a website called lyrics.com and they can find out exactly what those songs are saying. So they can kind of have a step up on their kids and then monitor and say, you know what, that's not really appropriate.
Becoming media literate allows the parents and kids to be selective in the kinds of entertainment they watch, read, and listen to. I'm Laura Windsor for the American Health Journal.